Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Amirulfarhan from Arcade Event, and today I will present to you the disaster caused by Covid-19 towards event industry. Before we go further, please support us by subscribing the YouTube channel, hit the like button and share this video to everyone. Also for the reference, there is a link in the description section that is sources that I use for this video content. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. So let's get started. Starting from December 2019, the world has been alarmed by the new virus from Wuhan, a city of 11 million people in China. On March 11, the World Health Organization declared on the coronavirus outbreak as a pandemic because of the number of infected and deaths jumped drastically and the virus has been spread to many countries. In Malaysia, the federal government implemented preventive measures in response to the COVID-19 pandemic after recorded more than 500 cases in mid of March by announcing our first movement control order on March 16 that started on March 18.
Dan untuk itu kerajaan memutuskan untuk melaksanakan perintah kawalan pergerakan mulai 18 Mac 2020 iaitu lusa hingga 31 Mac 2020 di seluruh negara.
In the article reported by the New Straits Times, the purpose of NCO is to flattening the curve and break the chains of transmission with the ultimate aim of leveling the rate of infection, which means it will no longer be exponential by considering the main aspect, which is to save life by not overburden the healthcare system. Since then, many sectors of economy are affected and event industry are not excluded. In this video, I will explain the impact that event industry need to face due to the coronavirus outbreak. First and foremost, whenever crisis happens, event organizers will face a situation where they need to consider a possibility to postpone or cancel their event by considering every aspect in detail. In this situation, the outbreak of COVID-19 has caused numerous companies and event organizers to postpone, reschedule, or worst case scenario they might need to cancel their events, following the regulation and advisories from the Health Ministry and the World Health Organization to stop all the activities that lead to mass gathering of people in every level, including all types of events. So, what is the consequence of postponing or cancel the event? To answer this question, I would love to referring to Tokyo 2020 as one of example the mega event that need to be postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. As everyone knows, the 2020 Summer Olympic, commonly known as Tokyo 2020, is an upcoming international multi-sport event to be held in Tokyo, which originally scheduled to take place between end of July and early August 2020. However, due to COVID-19 outbreak, the game was postponed and rescheduled to end of July and early August 2021. According to an expert on sport economics from Kansai University, Professor Emeritus Katsuhiro Miyamoto stated that Japan faced economic damage after postponing the Olympics for 1 year, where the amount of losses is estimated around 640.8 billion yen. He concluded that there will be an additional cost of 22.5 billion yen in terms of extra maintenance costs for venues and the Olympic Village. Another 390 billion will be needed by related groups to keep their organization in place for a year. And post-Olympic effect will take a hit of 218 billion as a result of a delay. In the article reported by the Asahi Shimbun, they outlined the problem of securing venues in the event of postponement are one of the economic damage that they need to face. Many stakeholders involved in this damage, for example Tokyo Beachside, Makuhari Match in Chiba Prefecture and Nippon Budokan. All these venues face losses as the event postponed to the next year. Other stakeholders who are affected with the postponement are broadcasting. According to sport writer Kyoko Taniguchi, US television network NBC paid the IOC $4.38 billion for the right to the game through 2020. The situation is different for NBC. Cancellation would be better for them as insurance will cover 90% of its loss, and if the Olympics were cancelled, they would not lose everything. The IOC, on the other hand, would be worse off with cancellation, since 80% of its revenue is from sale of broadcast rights. That shows it was not that easy to make a decision whether to postpone or cancel your event, and Tokyo 2020 is one of the great examples how and why proper discussion are needed before making any decision. In fact, Professor Emeritus Katsuhiro Miyamoto stated that cancelling the games would cost the host about 4.5 trillion yen, and the amount is higher than cost of event postponement. Next, we are moving to second damage caused by Covid-19 pandemic toward our event industry, which involve internal conflict of event organization. The event planning industry is under extreme financial pressure given the widespread cancellation of events across the globe. For example, concert organizer is required to refund tickets, but at the same time, facing losses by paying the deposit for venue and artists. Most of event organizers are facing a lengthy period of slow business activity, and some of event organizations are probably considering layoff in order to cut costs and remain sustained. In this situation, the affected are not only event organizers but also affect event venues and suppliers. The World Health Organization announced that there is a possibility that virus may never go away, and we may live in the new norm up to 4 or 5 years before we can fully control the situation, and we are depending on the vaccine that might take 12 to 18 months to be done. This news is definitely the bad news for the event industry, because the only choices that we have right now is to postpone, cancel, or to go virtual. According to the survey run by the international agency YouGov Omnibus, most Malaysians feel that wearing face masks in public and avoiding mass and crowded gatherings would remain the norm even after the movement control order is lifted. This situation reveals that the future of event industry is uncertain, and most probably, event organizers need to work on drastic changes and depending on online events for the time being. However, this is quite challenging for most of event organizers, especially for concert organizers, because they need to give the same experience as real concert or other small factors probably needed in order to attract more audience. The most important thing that we need to consider in changing the physical event to the virtual format is to minimize the cost and maximize the profit.
Pertubuhan Kesihatan Sedunia WHO mengeluarkan amaran Covid-19 tidak akan hilang dan penduduk dunia perlu terima hakikat dan belajar hidup dengannya. Amaran itu dikeluarkan.
However, this is not the end for us or for the event industry. In this situation, we as event organizers need to be ready mentally and physically in order to sustain and survive in the new norm and environment. The most important factor in successfully navigating any crisis is understanding how it will affect your business plan and actions. Do not panic and be motivated, but try to evaluate the situation. Make decisions that are necessary in the short term without ignoring your long-term objectives and goals. I would like to suggest for everyone who is involved in the event industry to look for opportunities in the current situation to better serve your market and expand into others. For example, migrating a physical event to visual format. I hope this video will give useful information to those who are watching, whether you are involved in event industry or not. I think that's all for me. Please stay safe at home, have faith, together we can get through it. Thank you for watching.